What if I told you? A single TV show rewrote the rules of reality in the 60s. Welcome to the 1960s, a time when television transformed into an electrifying patchwork of surrealism and experimentation. On Rowan and Martin's laughing, fast cuts and nonsense jokes blurred the line between comedy and chaos. The show's rapid-fire rhythm, a proto-internet tempo, felt like peeking into a televised fever dream. Bright colours, absurd gags, and visual overload created a world where logic was left at the door, and viewers were swept into a disorienting cascade of laughter. Holy pop art, Batman, the caped crusader of Gotham City, sprang to life in a kaleidoscope of exaggerated performances and psychedelic sets. Adam West's deadpan Batman and Burt Ward's wide-eyed Robin delivered moral lessons with the utmost seriousness, creating a show that felt like it belonged more in an avant-garde theatre than on a children's programme. Each episode was a punchy explosion of camp and colours, a caped carnival teetering gleefully on the edge of absurdity. A tiny island in the middle of nowhere became the stage for a farcical loop of survival on Gilligan's Island. The shipwrecked crew faced calamity after calamity, but the emotional reset button was always pressed by the next episode. Trauma never lingered, and each character returned to their cheery, clueless selves. It was a sun-soaked purgatory disguised as comedy, where laughter masked the eerie sensation that the castaways might never truly leave. Step into the alternate dimension of hee-haw, where rural America became a surreal playground of catchphrases and slapstick. The show's barrage of mugging faces, twangy tunes, and canned laughter felt like a sketch comedy trapped in an infinite loop. Narrative logic was discarded, replaced by a relentless parade of corny jokes and absurd vignettes. It was as if hee-haw existed in a parallel realm, a caricature of country life stretched to its breaking point. On The Gong Show, the line between reality and performance blurred completely. Chuck Barris presided over a chaotic circus of bizarre acts, where the gong could cut an act short at any moment. The show wobbled constantly on the brink of collapse, and when it did, it was all part of the spectacle. It felt less like a talent show and more like an experiment in controlled anarchy, where you could laugh, cringe, and gasp all at once. Boldly venturing where no show had gone before, Star Trek invited audiences into a universe of bright primary colours and philosophical quandaries. The stiff blocking and theatrical dialogues gave the series an almost ritualistic feel, as if exploring space was a sacred act. Leonard Nimoy's Spock became the embodiment of calm logic, while William Shatner's Captain Kirk delivered performances teetering between brilliance and bafflement. It was a vision of humanity's future, both hopeful and strangely detached from emotion. In a world where wishes could come true, I dream of Jeannie turned fantasy into domestic routine. Jeannie's cheerful magic and Major Nelson's flustered attempts to contain it created a bottled reality that felt both delightful and unsettling. The glossy perfection of their world masked a faint unease, as power dynamics and artificiality clashed beneath the surface. It was a sitcom where reality itself seemed fragile, bending whimsically to the will of magic. With its perfect smiles and overly tidy resolutions, the Brady Bunch felt like a family simulation programmed for perpetual harmony. Conflicts were introduced and resolved with uncanny efficiency, leaving no emotional residue behind. The lighting was flawless, the emotions sanitized, and the world too pristine to be real. It was a pastel-colored loop of idealized family life, where everything seemed to click into place just a little too neatly. The result was both comforting and surreal. The Ed Sullivan Show was a variety show unlike any other, its abrupt transitions creating a patchwork of pure unpredictability. One moment, an earnest introduction, the next, a surreal performance. Singers, comedians, acrobats, and novelty acts collided in a kaleidoscope of tones and styles. It felt like channel surfing without a remote, trapped in a single broadcast. Each shift in mood was jarring, yet somehow it was all held together by Ed Sullivan's steady, if stiff, presence. All in the Family dragged real-world tensions into the sitcom format, creating a space where bigotry and anger met studio laughter. Archie Bunker's abrasive commentary collided with moments of genuine emotion, leaving viewers to navigate the unease. The bright lighting and sitcom timing clashed with the weight of the topics discussed, creating a liminal space where humor and discomfort coexisted. It was a groundbreaking show that refused to let the audience settle into easy laughter. Sanford and Son brought raw emotion and biting humor to the sitcom stage, creating a volatile mix of laughter and tension. Fred Sanford's sharp-tongued jabs and Lamont's exasperated retorts bounced off each other with unpredictable energy. The laugh track tried to smooth the edges, but the show's abrasive charm pushed through, making each scene feel like a collision of unfiltered humanity and sitcom structure. It was a show that thrived on its own instability. On Bewitched, reality bent and twisted with every flick of Samantha's nose, yet the world around her remained unfazed. Magic became mundane, and the characters rarely reacted with the wonder or fear you might expect. The show's glossy, cheerful tone made the supernatural feel eerily normal, as if the rules of the universe had quietly unraveled. It was a sitcom where enchantment was everyday life, and nothing felt quite as real as it seemed. Finally, the Munsters turned the idea of normalcy on its head. A family of monsters lived happily in their ghoulish mansion, while the outside world played the role of the true oddity. The laugh track assured viewers that all was well, even as the visuals created a cheerful nightmare. It was a show where the macabre and the mundane blended seamlessly, reminding us that sometimes the strangest things are the most heartwarming. And with that, our surreal journey ends. Subscribe for more groovy stories.